Let's look at question number 7. So this question is based on the topic linear law. Okay, diagram 3 shows the straight line QR obtained by xy against x squared. So xy is here. Okay, this is your big Y. And then x squared is here. This is your big X. So how do we know? Okay, because this is already linear. The graph is a straight line. Okay, so if it's not straight line, then this won't be big X and big Y. Okay, so it's related by this equation is given. Okay, so from here, the first thing is you have to convert this non-linear equation to become linear equation. Okay, so what is linear equation? Linear equation is big Y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So this is the gradient. Okay, and this is the y-intercept. Okay, so now let's look at what they give us. They give us y plus 3x equals to 4 over x. Okay, so from here, okay, even in the question, if you do a lot of questions without even reading the question, you already know what are they going to ask, right? So express the equation. This is linear form, which is used to obtain the straight line graph as shown. Okay, which means that this is non-linear. Okay, this is a non-linear equation. So they want you to change to linear equation, which is this. This is linear. Okay, linear form. Yeah. Okay, so from here, I'm going to make it to be xy. So this is actually a clue, you know. They give us xy, which means that this is going to be, or here also can. You can also refer to the graph or refer to here, which means that your left side is small x times small y. Okay, so which means that, okay, this x, right, I'm going to get rid of it. So I'm going to times all the terms with x. Then there'll be no more fractions, no more denominator. Okay, so xy plus 3x squared equals to 4. So I want my xy to be on the left, right? So this 3x squared, I'm going to move it to the right. So become negative 3x squared plus 4. Okay, so have you gotten our linear law yet? Linear equation? Yes, we already gotten our linear form. Okay, because this is our big Y equals to m, which is negative 3. And then x squared is my big X, and then plus c, which is 4. So which means that this is 4 and 60 equals to 4. Hey, we can get the value of t already, right not? Okay, so anyways, this is question A. And question A is only 1 mark. So good. This is only 1 mark. Can you see here? Okay, 1 mark. So which means that this final answer is 1 mark. Okay? Understand? Okay, so now we continue with B, because B they ask us to find the value of t. So where is the t? The t is a coordinate r here, right? So 60 equals to 4. Okay, we can actually get the answer very easily. So B1. Okay, so we have 6t equals to 4. So t is 4 over 6, right? 4 over 6, when we simplify, we get what? 2 over 3. Okay, so for this is 2 marks, because here 4 marks, yeah? So this is 2 marks and this is 2 marks, okay? So where do we get the 2 marks for this? So the first step, second step, okay, the first step here is 1 mark, okay? And then 2 over 3 is another 1 mark. So you already gotten 2 marks. Okay, so now let's continue with B2. Okay, express m in terms of n. Okay, for this, I'm going to use the gradient. Okay, I'm going to use the gradient. Why? Okay, see here, look at the graph given. So we already know that this is 0, 4, right? Okay, this is mn. mn. So m is here, n is here. Okay, and we know that our gradient is negative 3 from here on the right side. Okay, so I'm going to do my working here. Okay, I'm going to write again. So this one, so this working will be xy equals to negative 3x squared plus 4. Okay, so this is our big Y. This is our mx plus c. So our m is negative 3, which is our gradient. So I'm going to use gradient formula, okay? So our gradient is n minus 6 times, because our t is, okay, this is 4, right? Just now we got 4, okay? So here, 4. And you see or not 4, okay? N minus 4, because the formula for gradient is what? A formula for gradient is m equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? Okay, so this one, I will treat this as this is x2, y2, okay? And this is x1, y1, okay? So I'm going to do at the bottom. Is it okay? So I'm going to do at the bottom here. Okay, so n minus 4, then over m minus 0. And this equals to -3 from here, okay? So -3 equals to n minus 4 over m. So this m I can bring over to the left-hand side, become -3m equals to n minus 4. So they want to express m on the left, okay? So m remains on the left. So m is equals to n minus 4 over -3. But in the marking scheme, the denominator won't be negative. Okay, so we're going to do. So we are going to bring up, okay, the negative, so become negative n minus 4 over 3. Okay, so will be 4 here. So our m is equals to 4 minus n over 3. Okay, so for this question, it carries 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks. So where do we get the 2 marks? So we get the 2 marks from here, which is this step. Okay, this is 1 mark. This is 1 mark. And the final answer, this is another 1 mark. So we get 2 marks from here. Okay, understand? Let's look at question number 8, which is differentiation. So determine the limit value. So this limit x approaching 2 of 2x squared plus 1. So for this, okay, you can just substitute inside if you cannot factorize. But if it can be factorized, you have to factorize it first. Otherwise, you get a different answer, okay? So we're going to substitute x equals to 2 inside here. Okay, so limit x approaching 2 of 2x squared plus 1 is equals to, so you're going to substitute 2 inside the x, okay? So it will be 2 times 4, which is 8, then plus 1 is 9. Okay, so that's the answer. And this is only 1 mark. Okay, 1 mark, which means that the final answer is 1 mark. Okay, next for B, okay, find dy dx, which is find derivative. Okay, differentiation. Differentiate y equals to 2x squared plus 1. So this is easy, right? To find dy dx, we just differentiate this one. So dy dx, okay, so 2 times 2 will be 4, right? Bring down the 2. Then after the x, then the power minus 1. So the answer is 4x. But okay, that's a catch. You have to use the first principle. So this first principle method is actually being taught in schools in your textbook at the beginning, at the beginning of the chapter. So for students who didn't practice on first principle, then they can't do this. And it carries 3 marks, and it's a lot of marks for this. Okay, so for students who have forgotten first principle, please practice, okay, revise back your first principle and try to get your answer. Sometimes it's not like the shortcut dy dx. You have to use the first principle to get your dy dx, okay? So I'm going to show you how to differentiate this one by using the first principle, okay? So y equals to 2x squared plus 1. So this is the question. So in order to use the first principle method, you have to use y plus delta y, okay? And then this x, yeah? So we focus on, in our mind, we focus on this, we plus delta y. Then we focus on this, we plus delta x, okay? So then it won't be very confusing. So here will be x plus delta x holding square plus 1, okay? So now you see, on the right hand side, there's a bracket. So which means that we have to expand this one, yeah? So it will be y plus delta y equals to, so this one 2, okay, we're going to expand this one. So x squared plus normal expansion, okay, just normal expansion will do, yeah? What's normal expansion? What I mean is like x plus a holding square. So we get x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. Okay, so we're going to use this to expand, okay? So it will be 2x delta x, okay, then plus delta x holding square, okay? Then plus 1, don't forget, yeah? Plus 1. Okay, so now we're going to continue with this. So bring down this, and then this is y plus delta y, okay? So we open up the square bracket. So it will be 2x squared plus 4x delta x plus 2 delta x whole thing square, and then plus 1, okay? And then you see on the left hand side we have y, right? We don't want the y on the left hand side, so I'm going to bring this y, okay, over to the right hand side, okay, over to the right hand side. So it becomes minus y, right? Okay, and our y value is 2x squared plus 1, right? So minus 2x squared plus 1, okay? So now we simplify the right hand side, okay? So we have 2x squared and then minus 2x squared. You see or not? 2x squared minus 2x squared, so there'll be no more already, 2x squared, okay? Then we have 1 minus 1, so also no more already, okay? So we already simplified. So we have 4x delta x, then plus 2 delta x whole thing square, right? This is delta y. Okay, now all the terms divided by delta x. So we get delta y over delta x. So we have 4x plus 2 delta x, okay? So we are almost there, almost finished this question. So when you want to change to dy dx, okay, dy dx, then you have to put limit, okay, delta x approaching 0. Okay, so it will be 4x plus 2 delta x, bring down. Yeah, so now when delta x is approaching 0, so 2 times 0 is 0. Okay, so you will get your answer as 4x. View. Okay, finally we got the answer already. Yeah, so where do we get the 3 marks? Yeah, so where do we get the 3 marks? So the 3 marks is here, this step, 1 mark, and then the limit here 1 mark, and final answer 1 mark. Okay, so we get 3 marks for this question. Let's look at question number 9. So this is on integration and differentiation. Yeah? So for question 9a, so this carries 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks. Yeah. So they want you to understand in depth the relationship between integration and differentiation. Okay, so given d dx, so differentiate the 4x minus 1 over 2x plus 7 whole thing square is equals to 8 bracket 4 minus x over 2x plus 7 whole thing power 3. Then they ask you to find the integration of this. Okay, so I'm going to do at the bottom. So for 9a, okay, this is 9a. So the question is d dx. Okay, d dx. So 4x minus 1, then over 2x plus 7 whole thing power 2 is a square. Okay, so equals to 8 4 minus x, then over 2x plus 7 whole thing cube. Okay, so this is the question. So how am I going to get the integration? Okay, so here d dx, when I move the d dx over to the right hand side, it becomes integral. So I have to put an integral sign over here. Okay, so integral sign, so it will be 8 4 minus x, then over 2x plus 7 whole thing cube. Okay, whole thing cube, and then put a dx here. Okay, so what's left on the left will be 4x minus 1 over 2x plus 7 whole thing square. Okay, so let's look back at the question. So they want you to find, you see, yeah? Okay, let's compare. Okay, hope you can see the top and bottom here. Let's compare this with this. Okay, so what's the difference here? The difference here is the 4 and the 8, right? So how am I going to change from 8 to 4? How am I going to change from 8 to 4? I divided by 2, right? 8 divided by 2, right? So which means that I have to put half here, okay? And then half here. Does it make sense? No, not. Okay, so now I can cancel out this divided by 2, this divided by 2. So I got 4 over here already, right? Okay? So here will be 4. So integral. So before 4 minus x, then over 2x plus 7 power 3 dx. Right? Okay? So this, I just bring it down. Okay, like that. Yeah? And then our question is this one, right or not? But, okay, your final answer, the question must be on the left-hand side. So we just swap it around. So integral 4 minus x over 2x plus 7 whole thing cube dx. Okay, so equals to half 4x minus 1 then over 2x plus 7 whole thing squared. Okay, so this is the final answer for 9a. Okay, so where do we get the 2 marks for this? So the 2 marks for this will be this step. Okay, they want to test you whether you know how to times half for both sides to make the 8 become 4. And the final answer, 1 mark. Okay, so for 9a is 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks. Yeah. Let's look at question B. It is given that the coordinate of the turning point of a curve, so turning point is dy dx equals to 0, okay, with the gradient function, so which means that this is the dy dx. So dy dx is equals to 3x minus 3 over x squared is h8, means h8 is the turning point. So this is the x, okay, this is the y. So I'm going to substitute the h inside the x, okay, this is the h and this is the h, yeah. Okay, so turning point dy dx equals to 0. So they give you the dy dx is 3h minus 3 over h squared equals to 0. So now I'm going to get rid of the denominator. So all the terms times h squared. So it'll be 3h cubed minus 3 equals to 0. So all the terms divided by 3. So we got 3h cubed minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, so h cubed is equals to 1. So to find h, I just need to cube root 1, which is equals to 1. So I got the value of h already. Okay, so they ask you to find the value of h, right? So where do we get the marks? We get 2 marks from here. So 1 mark is this step. Okay, this is 1 mark. And final h is 1 mark. Okay, so now they want us to find equation of the curve. Okay, so to find equation of curve, now we have dy dx. So we have dy dx, okay, is equals to 3x minus, okay, 3 one I have to change to index form, so it's easy for me to integrate or differentiate, okay? So minus 2, okay, power negative 2. So in order to get the equation, so from dy dx go to y, you just need to integrate, okay? So equals to integration of 3x minus 3x negative 2 dx. Okay, so y equals to, this is 3x squared over 2 minus negative 2 bring down times with negative 3, right? Okay, so you'll get what? Positive, right? Or never mind, negative 3x, this one plus 1 first. Okay, so become negative 1, then over negative 1. Okay, later we do step by step lah. Negative become positive later. Okay, so plus c. So now I'm going to simplify this one, 3x squared over 2, then negative become positive. So positive, 3x negative 1 means 3 over x plus c. Okay, so now we need to find the value of c, right? So find the value of c. So they give us, okay, here the coordinate is 1, 8. We already got the h is equals to 1, so the coordinate is 1, 8. Okay, so at 1, 8 at this coordinate. So I'm going to substitute the x and y into the formula to get the c, into the equation to get the c. Okay, so here is 8 equals to 3 over 2, 1 square plus 3 over 1 and then plus c. Okay, so you minus 8 minus 3 over 2 minus 3. So c is equals to 7 over 2. Okay, so therefore we get the equation which is y equals to, okay, we substitute back this one back into here to get our equation. Okay, so y equals to 3 over 2 x squared plus 3 over x, okay, then plus 7 over 2. Okay, so that will be our answer. Okay, so now where do we get the 3 marks? So where do we get the 3 marks? Okay, so 1 mark is at here, 1 mark, yeah, And then the C is 1 mark. And then final answer, which is the equation of the curve, is 1 mark. So total for this is actually 5 marks. Okay, 5 marks.